Karen tried to kidnap my daughter, so I gave her exactly what she deserved. Taking my 2-year-old daughter to the park was supposed to be a peaceful Saturday tradition. Swings, slides, an overpriced iced coffee in one hand, and a diaper bag in the other like a battle-worn dad warrior. Simple stuff until she showed up. Now, I've dealt with your average busybody mom types, the ones who talk about essential oils like they're holy water. But this woman, this was a Karen trademark, the final boss version. The haircut said, I need to speak to your manager, but her eyes said, I already did and I'm still not happy. She was standing by the sandbox, arms folded like she was guarding Buckingham Palace, just staring at us. At first, I figured she was just paranoid or constipated. Hard to tell the difference sometimes, so I ignored it. But 5 minutes later, she marched straight up to me like she was about to deliver a citizen's arrest. Excuse me, she said, fake smile trembling with rage. Is this your child? Now, I don't know how you usually answer a question that stupid, but I said what any dad would say. Yeah? She didn't like that answer. Her smile vanished. Where's her mother? I blinked. At home, napping. Why does that matter? Karen's lips puckered like she'd sucked on a lemon dipped in judgment. Then, and I swear on every goldfish cracker in that diaper bag, she bent down and looked my toddler in the eye. Sweetheart, do you know this man? Lady, she's 2. She still thinks cats are just weird dogs. I told her to back off, firmly. Like, please stop interrogating my child before I call security, firmly. She gasped like I just confessed to burying bodies under the swing set, and next thing I know, she's on the phone. Yes, she actually called the cops, loud enough for half the park to hear. There's a suspicious man here with a little girl who looks absolutely terrified. Meanwhile, my daughter's giggling on the swing like she just discovered gravity. So now I'm standing there trying not to snap, while this woman narrates a live episode of Law & Order Daddy Edition. When the cops showed up, I was half expecting them to laugh. Nope. They walked straight over, hand on holster, like I'm the problem. I explained the situation. They turned to my daughter. Hey, sweetie, who's this? She yells, Daddy! And throws her arms up. You'd think that'd end it, right? Nope, not in Karen's world. She grabs my daughter's hand and says, don't worry, sweetie, I'll take you somewhere safe. I'm frozen. The cop steps between us and tells her to let go. And Karen, full suburban warrior mode, shoves the cop. I don't know if she thought she was Wonder Woman or just hadn't had carbs in a week, but they tackled her like she just ran onto a football field, screaming, I'm saving her, as they dragged her to the squad car. The park went silent. Even the squirrels stopped chewing. After that, I figured it was over. But nope, because a week later I got a letter. Karen was suing me for emotional distress. Apparently, I had caused her trauma by being a single father at the park. Her lawyer claimed she'd had nightmares, panic attacks, and, my personal favorite, loss of spiritual equilibrium. So yeah, I had to get a lawyer, missed work, paid fees, sat through depositions where grown adults asked me if I really loved my daughter. Like this was a test I was going to fail. She didn't just ruin my day, she tried to ruin my life. But here's the thing, while she was busy suing me, she made a mistake. She assumed I was some average helpless dad. I'm not. I'm a graphic designer with too much time, a high-speed internet connection, and a very twisted sense of humor. So I did what any bitter father with Photoshop skills and a grudge would do. I made Karen famous, created a fake Facebook group called Citizens Against Karen Harassment, put her face on t-shirts, memes, stickers, made fake Yelp reviews calling her a child-snatching cult leader. Then I started sending anonymous tips to every local mom group she was in, screenshots of her screaming, threads about how she attacked a child and threatened a father. Most of them believed it immediately, because this wasn't her first Karen moment. Oh no. Turns out Karen had a bit of a rep. 3 other parents came forward. One said she called the cops on her black husband for lurking outside their own minivan. Another claimed she reported a Latina nanny for stealing children. I connected the dots for them, quietly, strategically. By the time her court case came up, half the jury had seen her memes. She dropped the lawsuit. No apology. Just slithered away. But I wasn't done. I waited 6 months until she got a new job at a local daycare. Yeah, a daycare. I sent the director an anonymous tip with links, videos, quotes, Reddit threads, even a fake news article titled Local Woman Accused of Child Harassment Hired by Daycare. 2 days later, she was fired. And just to twist the knife, I mailed her a gift card for that same park with a note, for your next rescue mission, watch out for the squirrels.